Oh, 9-9 board. We don't have a card at the suit.
Woof.
True, but we got no show. Well, we haven't got that much showdown value. We're not going to win at showdown.
I'm
a lot
happy to
of the time.
check.
Yeah, let's see if we can hit a king or jack at this stack bet.
Yeah.
Or get an ace.
The stack to pot ratio is
I'm
not
happy.
good.
Well, we should still almost bet 80% of the time here.
But if he rips it, we've got to
Not
fold,
this hand.
Louis.
Yeah, but this hand sucks and we have nothing. We have nothing, like
This is a good
nothing.
hand.
But we
check.
can still hit.
Oh,
We can
check.
still hit with this hand.
I still
It's a good
want
hand.
that.
Good hand to
I
check.
would-
I mean, I don't think betting's terrible, but it's a good hand to check.
We know
I
he's
would
got to check. We know he's got to check rip it a lot. So maybe we should check more.
Alright. Now it's betting.
Oh.
Well, we've hit our jack now.
Yeah, we have a lot of ace high boards that can check that flop. We want to bet more with our kings.
Yeah,
I know where you're coming from. I was looking more at the stack to pot ratio. I'm thinking, can we check and hit our card? Is that not good?
not for this scenario. We wanna just bet small, you know, we're gonna bet small as the three better.
Okay, I guess we've got position, and if he wants to be fishy, we can still hit.
You can
More or
also
less
use-
like a range bet.
Yep. You can also use Louis' rule, which is just, we're always gonna see bet small.
Yeah,
He also has to respect the fact that we still have all the overpairs 10s plus at full frequency. So our small bet range is protected by our overpair advantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm not sure about this one. Ball's become very draw heavy. Probably should smash it, right?
you
Oh,
guys
we're gonna
wanted
bet.
to check, so it's on you.
Let's bet.
But we're not checking.
Yeah.
It's how much do we bet? It's very
Yeah.
draw heavy.
120.
I think
Yeah.
maybe more. I don't think you're
120.
folding.
Scott got it.
120.
120.
You nailed it, Louis.
Perfect. We checked with the worst hand and bet with the best hand.
Perfect, but not optimal.
ABC
Mhm.
poker.
But then if we did bet there, he does rip it, right? I think he does to protect his eights.
I don't.
Yeah, we know he does. We're supposed to. He's supposed to rip it.
Is he?
100%. Yes, he is.
Let's see if he does.
We spoke about it earlier, didn't we? He's supposed to rip, right?
No. Larry.
Nope. We
Why not?
survived.
Because we're still protected by having 10s, jacks, queens, kings, and aces here. It's bad for him to rip those eights.
I don't. Oh, right. Okay. I thought we were ripping a lot of the time with our pairs. I thought we were check ripping a lot of the time. And this is a board that's no good for him.
I don't know. I didn't really look on 9-eye boards very much, honestly. I looked
Because
at,
he hasn't got many nines here at all.
yeah, well, there's not much check ripping here. Even though it's
No.
like, if he check raise, he's going in most of the time. But on this type of texture, he calls a lot.
Okay.
Okay, I wanna bet here.
Damn right. 60.
Yep, 60.
Yeah,
I
his
would-
his hands that are gonna want to
Oh.
rip is when he makes two pairs with 10-9, 10-8, and 9-10. So the other board was just a little too disconnected because it was Jack-9, I think. So
I think another reason as well, we already know, right? The check-in, this is our best flush combination with two overcards as well. I think it's always, well, I don't
Yeah.
know, this,
So
That's a check.
the pattern I see here, the worst flush draws and the best flush draws are checking. And then the middle-ish ones are like, well, no, not really.
Yeah,
Oh,
the ace
yeah,
king seems to
oh,
be
yeah.
betting the same amount as the king jack and the king 10.
Yeah, so these
but it's
are
still,
like. So
it's
the
still
way,
betting a lot though, isn't it? It's still betting quite a bit, even though it's saying check. It's still betting a lot small with this
Yeah.
combo.
The ace 9 has a gut shot to go with it.
okay,
It's close to betting small and checking, isn't it?
oh. Well, sure, you're mixing 50-50, so.
It's very close, but because a lot of the time you would check this hand out of position, but we're in position here, right? So we should bet small.
yeah, the ace king of spades also blocks too many of his flush draws, so it wants to bet the least. And ace high has a chance like to win or improve here.
Yeah,
And he has all the sets here, so
so it's close, basically.
Alright, so this is my worst fear. I see bet small and he rips on me and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with ace king? But here it's easy.
Yeah, call.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
And get there.
Got him.
15 outs twice.
I think the draw's so good though, that's why we're checking more, right? At this stack to pot ratio.
Yeah. Like, we don't mind if an ace rolls up because we're gonna super cooler him when he has an ace, and the same goes for the king.
Yeah, and the same goes for the spade.
Yeah, that's right.
See bet small.
He's gonna dig himself a grave with the spade.
Ooh, he folded his under pair to a queen.
Yeah, see bet small?
You check. Oh,
Alright, we're running him over.
No, not on this board.
yeah, here is where he's gonna have some check raise jams with his two pairs 998.
And
We
we
have to
got
fo-
showdown value, so we shouldn't even bet here, right?
I don't
We got the
know.
backdoor flush
But
draw
we-
plus two
We have a
overcards.
backdoor.
Let's check this one.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
we
Wanna
should
bet.
do.
No, rage bet.
I would
No
bet.
way.
I wanna bet, yeah.
He's
Our
gonna rip
range is-
it and then you gotta lay this one down, Louis. It's not the ace king of spades now. Come on.
That's my problem, Barry. I don't fold here.
No, we should check.
This
We
is
should
the
check here.
core of my
It's a bet.
problem. So I,
think
what I
it's-
usually do, I bet. Yeah. Oh, he
Alright,
did not
15%
jam.
check.
Even
15%
worse.
check.
That's worse. When he calls, I'm like, oh my god, am I supposed to give him my stack? What am I supposed to do?
What
Okay,
should we have
check.
done there? We should have bet, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bet.
it's a range bet.
What does he have? Oh my goodness, he shows us a quad sometimes. Full
Oh wait,
out.
hang on. I've made a mistake. It was sevens and below that we shouldn't be betting, right? That's what we said before, wasn't it? So I guess eights and nines are not so bad then, right? To bet small.
Not sure.
I thought
But
three
that's what you
cards.
said before, Louis, wasn't it? That we shouldn't, all the sevens and below, he had them.
Yeah, yeah,
I
sure.
thought if there was three cards on the board with 9 or below, we should be checking.
Yeah,
We
it's between 8 and 4, I think we have in notes.
So,
Yeah,
do we
I
have
think so.
showdown value here?
Where was
Or
it?
don't we ever?
Sevens or sixes, that's what you've got there.
Yeah,
We don't
7,
have any sevens or sixes.
3 low cards under the 8.
Yep.
Okay,
Would you hover over the ace king suited just for the suits there for a second? See the difference? No difference. Okay.
Whenever you see it goes like full frequency here, you can guess that it's gonna use all suits.
Right.
So now do we double barrel? This is a pretty big brick. Nothing changes. If you had pocket 7, he's not gonna be afraid. I think we check.
Check.
I'll check.
He's gonna have a lot of under
What's this?
pairs there.
well,
Ooh,
if he's got pocket sevens, he's got there.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Now he has
What if-
jack 10 and
you fold.
should we call?
Yeah, I don't think
I
we
call.
it's a free
I
bet
fold,
pot.
Oh,
A lot of draws get there, pairs have us. I think it's a fold.
It's a tight fold, but I think it's the right play.
Yeah, it's a little tight, yeah. The job also says fold.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it.
It's real fishy to just think that he's bricked with. He hasn't even bricked with 10 jack, has he? He's hit the straight now. So I think he can only turn over king high. That's all that we beat. We've
Queen
got-
10.
That's the thing. Sometimes I get on these spots and I'm wondering if I'm supposed to call with my best ace size here sometimes against like.
This
a-
is no way a call.
Maybe
no
if
way
the
it could.
opponent is really out of line, maybe yeah, so
Again,
this is the.
Against population, this would be a losing play at our level.
yeah.
But his bet is only 20%.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
You
call.
gotta call.
Wow.
Because he's gonna try and push you off when he has ace high with worse ace highs,
Exactly.
right? Because
But you would have still lost 20%, so I was right.
but it's
Yep.
it's such a marginal call. It makes one chip, right?
Against population, they're not bluffing there. That's the problem, isn't it?
I'm not
think
sure,
that-
Barry. Whenever the turn goes check, check, I think it's like a natural bluff spot.
Yep,
Yeah, but when you
But
say
not the-
bluff
but they're not
spot,
bluffing
Louis,
with this
there's
super-
only about 2 combos that miss. Queen 10 and 10 jack.
I know it feels bad, right?
Yeah,
No,
he's not many bluffs there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
they also have ace six and king jack and stuff like that too. There's
Yeah,
a few more bluffs.
There is, but against population, it's normally you're behind there, right?
Yeah.
small.
That's small.
small,
not
yeah.
bad. We can check a lot as well. So as we, like on an ace side board like this, he's not continuing with his other pairs, but if it was like a 10-eye board with a flush draw, he would always continue with his pocket sevens. So, yeah. There we go.
Especially with a 7 high board.
Queen, jack, 7. What the hell are we supposed to do here?
We're supposed to rip it
That's
don't
the
know.
call. Ripperoonie.
All in.
all in.
That's small.
Jesus, it worked.
Shuffle up against great job.
You go
We're
back-
listening,
how often
Louis,
was-
we're listening.
go back to that one, just wanted to see what the percentages are.
Did
We're
he?
listening.
fold
Be a
with
small bet.
Did he?
That's about a
fold with jack?
20% ripperoonie.
Yeah.
20% rip, okay,
Ace high shove.
and everything's okay.
Yeah, because we've got all the monsters and everything else. We've got so much equity, right? We're not check calling, are we? We're ripping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Open jamming.
We're
It
not
says that
playing.
it's a-
We're not playing passive anymore.
No, Barry.
There was something on that, that I was confused on that last hand. It's, that's the percentages there are our hand. And
Yeah.
yet
Yep.
when- in the grid, it looked like that we'd almost never checked. That's not, it says it checks 30% our hand, right?
Yeah,
Less than that.
but we
No,
have.
I-
ace king
Oh
here.
yeah, 30%.
Ace king
sorry, yeah.
checks 30%, but look
Yeah.
at the graph there. That doesn't, that's like 10% green. What? What am
Well,
I,
that's the amount of combos, and it's 16.9 the green, right?
so,
But that's still 30%.
okay, but
We're betting a lot of the time, though.
is everybody seeing what I'm seeing? Okay, it says 30.91%, we check.
Check this out.
here.
I got the answer. Ace of heart, king of spade. If we look at here, ace of heart, king of spade, it's gonna be right here.
Okay, okay, let's,
It's gonna check.
oh, that's the one that does it the
30%.
most.
The
Okay.
combo. It's not every ace king here. It's
Right, that combo, we hit one of the most ones. Thank you.
exactly. So it's mostly like a bet, but with this combo, we have 30% checks.
Right, okay.
Sorry, where's the checks coming from? Without the spade. With the
Uh,
spade, sorry.
With having the king of spades.
Right, that's where the checks come from.
With
Yeah.
the spade, we are more polarized. So without the spade, we mostly bet small. With the spade, we check more and we use bigger sizes.
When we bet,
Okay, that makes sense.
Oops.
But we're never, I mean, our hand's got so much equity, we're just ripping it anyway, right? We're not letting him bet us off the hand.
Here,
We should bet small.
Bet small.
I would check here.
Check, yeah.
I would never check. We shouldn't slow play, right?
I would,
can slow play this.
always check here.
Offset, Ken.
We're not afraid of an overcard rolling off here as much, so I think we're okay to check.
I think we bet small.
It's kind of a mixing.
I like the check.
Oh no.
Checking very heavy here.
Oh, perfect. The queen is a bad card for our range. We have very few queens, so this is gonna be good.
Yeah, so this is good for him, so we bet.
Yep,
So it
yep,
likes to check,
120.
it likes to check more than anything else there, Louis, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even
Okay.
3-bet eights at full frequency, so us having this hand is very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
So this is the best trap hand we can have.
Bet
So-
120. There's
want
someone
to
also
bet
saying
high?
bet 80. We got a bet 80 there. Said says 80. It says 180.
We've
I
got to
see.
bet
Do we
something.
have do we have any bluffs here on this card? What are our bluffs?
The flush draw and the straight draw, but we're not going to have many of those. I'll guess a flush draw.
Our bluffs.
big
bet
flush
on the
draw.
top, I think. I'm not sure, but
We're not
Like
even
nine-
bet. Are we
nine,
betting?
10.
Are we betting any flush draws here because of the stack to pot ratio, or are we trying to get realize our equity? We wouldn't. We haven't got a lot of bluffs here, have we? At this stack depth.
We'll take a look at it after we make our choice.
definitely, Barry, I think diamonds are a great choice to bet big here. Oh, so I guess I like the bigger sizes a bit more because if we had a flush draw, maybe we would wanna go big. So let's go 120, feel safer. Try,
Yeah.
got it.
120,
Yeah,
180.
and my guess is that if we turn the diamonds, we are also going 120. So strategy and then diamonds. Well, diamonds are using the 120 size, but there's also a lot of checking with diamonds.
Mhm.
The
Is
range,
there? Are we? Yeah. Sorry. Are we betting a lot of our flush draws in that here? I imagine we don't, right?
We
Maybe
did.
our worst ones with no showdown value.
No, we bet,
Because
bet
We
I'm-
bet a
I'm-
lot.
yep, go back to diamonds.
because I'm thinking that we don't want to be blown off it, right?
No, look at that. We're
Okay.
all of our flush draws are betting at some frequency. And the ace king is the smallest. It's
Because
ace
that's
king
the
and the king
best.
nine. Ace king and king nine don't.
Yeah,
He's
our-
got a lot of check jamming range though, so with the nut flush draw, isn't this risky then? If obviously, like you just said, it's a slim amount.
but we're gonna call off. Like the thing is, it's risky, but it's okay because we're gonna call off against the check jam.
Don't
Okay.
forget that we checked the flop and the turn he checked.
Yeah.
We're
And then
calling
our-
off
Yeah,
against, we're
But,
calling
but
off
we're, at
against
the
the jam.
moment, we've only got ace high. That's what I'm getting at. We're going to call off a jam.
Yep.
Is that why there's only a sliver? We should just be calling, right? We should be just check calling, right?
No,
with
no,
the nut-
there's,
with the nut
it's
flush
not a
draw.
sliver. We bet a lot of the diamonds.
Yeah, I'm saying the ones with the no showdown value, we probably bet, right? But with the bigger ones, like ace king suited, surely we're not betting then calling off a jam with 18%.
it looks like if you're looking at calling a jam on the turn, having a king in your hand is bad.
Yeah.
Because he's probably
Yeah.
gonna bluff with some kings here, yes.
I'm-
So,
all I'm thinking is that we could easily get pushed off of our equity at this SPR, right? So
But take a look-
if we had ace king suited, surely we're just check calling, right? Because we still got showdown value with the ace king.
yeah,
Whereas if we had the crappy flush draw, we don't really mind if we get pushed off with like 9-10 suited, right?
Ace king
we're-
is,
Our natural bluffs are gonna come from holding a high diamond here, the ace or the king of diamonds. So ace king off with the ace of diamonds is gonna bluff. Ace jack off is gonna bluff because those hands don't mind getting
Folded.
raised and fold. And
Yeah.
that's balanced by our ace nine suited, which is going to call.
We're calling ace 9 suited there. What for?
Yeah.
no, we're jamming ace nine suit. I'm sorry. not jamming. Yeah, we're betting ace nine suited.
And
Yeah,
calling off a jam.
I really like how
Well-
Pete put this because look at the ace of diamonds here or the king of diamonds. We bet them and then if they raise, we can have an easy fold because they're never bluffing with diamonds. Or we're blocking half of their diamond bluffs when they raise here.
At this stack to pot ratio.
Yeah.
Would you give a strategy plus react to his jam? Okay,
That's horrible to have to fold ace king suited there, though, isn't it?
let's see if he does. Let's see if we do.
Yeah, no, it is bet folding ace king with the diamond. Because Barry, listen, when the diamond comes on the turn, okay? And you have the ace of diamond in your hand, and then your opponent check jams on you. He cannot be bluffing with diamonds because you're holding the ace or you're holding the king.
Yeah.
Right?
He could with the 5-6
at
of
this
diamonds,
here.
Louis.
Look
He
at
could
this.
with the 5-6 of diamonds.
Jamming range will be more value.
You're blocking 50% of his bluff flushes on the turn. when you have a card of the suit, so it loves to bet folded. I
Right.
think it's a great spot.
Before you leave this one, let's bet our 120, let's bet our 120 and have him check raise all in and just look at which ones we call off.
So when it comes to diamond, we're pretty much calling a lot unless we have king 10.
Right, we
What are
call
we?
off,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are we doing with ace king suited though? What are we
we're
doing
calling
here?
it off.
We're calling it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We're calling it off. We're calling off ace nine suited sometimes.
This is like the only hands we're calling off, basically.
Oh wait, the ace nine, okay, ace nine of diamonds. We're calling off the ace nine of diamonds all the time. Ace eight
Why?
of course,
Why are we calling off ace nine? Because we got no straight draw.
'Cause it's enough.
We have a flush draw and we have an ace.
Oh,
That's
okay.
enough.
Okay, and we're saying that this is one of the only nines we've continued with. Okay.
and then
Well,
the
we
king
free.
jack,
It's the only one we free bet.
ace eight of course is the pair. A king jack, we call off all of them. Jack 10, we call off all of them. That one has a straight draw.
Flush
And when we
straight.
look at jack 10 now, we're making
Yeah.
one chip when we call here.
And we fold the king 10.
We're not making a lot then, Louis.
You know?
Yeah.
On a 700 pot chip, your call returns one chip. I mean,
Well, you
Yeah,
can't
I like
fold,
that
it'd be
shit.
too nitty.
good luck
Just
with
fold.
That's too nitty. You're calling this, Joes. Come on.
Yeah,
You're
you
calling
need your
this.
opponent bluff perfectly.
Oh, wait. I'm calling, but I'm a calling.
You've got a
station.
draw to the nuts. You're not going nowhere. Come on.
Yeah, if your opponent is bluffing perfectly like a solver, you will make one chip out of 700 by calling here. That's how marginal the call is.
That's assuming
Well,
that.
yeah, but like
How
you
much
said,
did we
like
make
a
on the
solver,
ace?
Louis. Like a solver, Louis. So we're probably making two chips.
No, it's the opposite.
No.
We're making half a chip.
Minus
The double.
100.
How much, what were we making on the ace, king and the ace nine calls?
Nothing. Like
Those-
30 chips.
Were those just as marginal?
Yeah,
Just
so
40
bad.
chips. Well, it's a call, but it's a better call than jack 10. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, because we got a draw to the nuts, basically. They,
Ace 9 is 43 chips.
Okay.
Jack 10,
Is
one
one.
chip. So the overcard weights a lot here. You know?
Yeah.
yeah, because technically they
It-
could be.
It's the nut flush. You can have
Yeah.
a reverse flush draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, but he could also have queen king suited. That's the problem, isn't it? That's why the ace nine's not as great.
You can't have king queen of suited of diamonds, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, but he could have king, queen with the king of diamonds in that
Yeah.
situation. And we
Moving
could
Yeah,
cooler
yeah.
with just hitting an ace. And that's why it
Yeah, but
makes
still
40
then,
chips.
we have 3 plus.
You bet small.
8 is-
As
11
much as I
out,
want to see bet small, and if I
22%.
ever have a check here, we have to.
It would be with this one with the ace of spades. Yeah.
Absolutely check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not right. We're not worried about anything really.
No.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Check. You have
We're ripping it.
A fancy play, man. Just a fancy play here.
Yeah, but it's only slaying to check like a small amount of time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
0.5% if you solve it further, then maybe it goes to 0.
Zero. Yeah,
We've lost one chip.
yeah, this is an old sim, only 0.5.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Check,
Alright.
check. Now he bets, we just
Now that
call.
we're here,
I think we just rip it.
I think we
Yeah, you
just
can
call
rip it.
because we block
Oh.
all the spades.
Yeah, but the diamond came in, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Keep
the
worse
king will
hands in.
call. The
It
king will
doesn't
call.
matter if it comes on the river, we're gonna station it.
Yeah, so
Are we
Yeah, I'll get where you're coming from, Louis. We're gonna call no matter what comes.
Yeah.
Check call, check call.
No,
king
oh
is
no.
bluffing.
So it's a great card. It's a
take it
great
down.
card.
Ah,
Yeah, so his range still has lots of middle pairs that are investigating on the turn when we check the flop.
Yeah.
So I think we want to protect him for when an overcard rolls off. So I think the raise was on the turn there.
That's right. Pocket 9 is gonna have a tough time folding here after we check back the flop.
Yeah.
Queens will
Yeah,
call.
yeah. I'll see where you're coming from.
If they
with
have
that.
a
That's
spade,
interesting.
then they might
Whereas
call.
now pocket 9 is just, pocket 9 with a spade is in a bad shape here. Never
Probably as well, if you think about it, with the two flush draws and the straight draw on the turn, aces need a bit of protection now. So maybe we should have been all in anyway, yeah.
No, I don't think it's,
no, not
your
protection.
villain that needs protection. It's his hand that can stack off on the turn, that cannot
Yeah.
stack off on ace river, queen river, blah, blah, blah.
But there's a
Yeah.
lot of reasons why we should still go all in
Oh
on
my
the turn, I think.
goodness.
Oh my god,
He flopped the
Oh.
world.
Yeah.
he
But we were
did.
getting all in. This was happening no matter how we played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're out of the
No, because
tournament.
maybe if we rip the turn, we get a different river.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of the time, we do.
The cards played their sounds there, that's the problem.
Could be spade.
That's
Morning,
fine.
everybody.
That's
Hey,
small.
good morning.
Hi.
Andrea.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Andrea.
Evening.
It's
Here it's
indeed
evening.
evening also for me also.
Okay, nine
Either.
eye board, we have a card of the suit. I'm okay with a bet small
Yep,
here.
let's bet.
Yeah, 60.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is
Left
this a
the
good
world.
card for us? I don't know. I think it
Yes.
is. Hey,
This is a good
Good.
card
This
for
is
us.
a
in the-
great
with the
card
jack
for
and
us.
spades.
Do we
We
bet
know he
small?
hasn't, got ace king, Louis. We know
Can
that.
have ace king.
Wow. He's jamming it at 40 bigs effective, isn't he?
yeah, he didn't have his.
Oh
king.
yeah, sorry, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That small?
We got him
Yeah,
crushed
bet
now.
small then.
Sure.
Got
He's
it.
a station anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Louis, a question on last hand.
That's 60. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys could hear me.
Yep,
But,
we can hear you.
What's up, Paul?
Yeah, so do you think it would be incorrect at all to check back the river when you leave your opponent maybe check trapping with two pair?
Well,
Or something
here we only
No.
made it to the turn. So on the turn, with I think, yeah, checking is,
Pocket aces.
the turn feels bad, man, because we have a card of the suit, we have the top pair. SPR is low, you're not supposed to do much checking, and you block the flush with the jack of spades, so it's a great bet spot. And then sometimes you get lucky, a spade roll
No,
off.
I'm sorry. I was talking about the aces hand where he had king 10.
No. You can have king
two pair.
queen, king jack.
No
King
way,
nine.
man, no way.
I mean, because I've come to notice a lot of the time when the 10 hits the board, they could have two pair. I mean, don't you think? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, you can have king 10, exactly. But if he has king 10, it's good for him because we are stacking off. At this SPR with an overpair, if he hits two pair, it's just a cooler.
Okay,
really is.
okay, because if we don't bet the river, then we're losing value pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
Aside
what?
from king queen, queens
Let's-
even maybe, king jack.
Let's look at his range on the river. It's
Okay.
gonna give you a good idea, okay? So on the river here, like he has two pairs 3% of the time. So 97% of the time, it's just something that we crush.
Top pair, 5%. He calls
Because of his-
5% of the time.
Maybe
So
he has a set. If you have sets, 5%. So 95% of the time you win. And if we look at equities here, pocket ace is absolutely are in position. We have 92% equity against his range. So that's like the nuts here. So our
The-
equity is way too high to be checking this river.
Okay,
The reason why he checks though is interesting because if we have a king, he's gonna get all our money with his two pair anyways. And the same with our aces. If it's safe for him to check with the two pair, because there's also two bricked flush draws that we're gonna have to bluff. So he's gonna recover extra chips when he checks. And we have a king, which can call at the showdown, or aces here. And when we have a flush draw, we're gonna bet sometimes, and he's gonna recover extra chips there. It's a
Yeah.
weird spot where he checks that two pair on the river after leading the turn.
Yeah, it reminds me of the spot Matt Affleck recently spoke about. He said he like with his king 10, he has the type of hand that is never getting called by worse, kind of. So when he checks it, all the hands that he is beating are gonna bet themselves, right? So I think that was your point, Pete.
Yeah, like on the river, we're still gonna bet any king for value.
And then we have
Um,
some bluffs too.
And we're gonna have we're gonna have some spade bluffs, some diamond bluffs that have to
Yeah.
bluff there. And he's not afraid of any of that stuff. And if he bets, he will call with all the kings, but we're gonna fold a lot of worse stuff than that anyways.
Alright, what do you guys wanna do here?
Well, I don't mind the check here, but I just want to say I really like the way you break that down, Peter. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
Thanks
think it's
to-
a rich bet again.
thanks
I
to
think
learning
it's a
from all
check.
you guys in the study group.
I think it's a check because we got check raised all in a lot.
Our hand does have showdown value and we've got a spade. Perhaps without the spade, we probably bet more, but I think we check on this occasion.
I thought I
Because-
should bet more with the spade here.
I like
But
betting.
also, you were said about the cards lower than the 8, Louis, and there's two of them. So
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
think
but it's not three of them.
it's not free. It's not.
That's close.
I want to bet 60.
Let's give it a shot, yeah?
Yeah, he doesn't
But
have,
this is a great card for us.
yeah, he doesn't have 8-6 suited as a combo in his range. So this one's still a little on the safe end, and he doesn't have 2 pair on that flop because he doesn't have 97 in his range. So this one still gets to range bet, but it's very close to being very dangerous.
It has the sets, but I think this is an all-in now with this king turn.
I think we need to check this turn.
Really?
I do too. I want
King
to
is
check.
good for our range though. Be
It's
careful.
great for our
Yes.
range.
Yeah.
King
I
is
agree
really
with
good
that.
for us, but if we look, that's his range here, okay?
Yeah.
So we beat all the ace size. We beat.
I think this is one of our bluffs all in.
All
Pot
of
to
this
pot
area,
ratio.
all of this area we beat. And then, like pairs, if, like, we could get maybe pocket 6
Ace.
to fold, no, pocket 6 has a gut shot, he's never folding
Ace
6.
also, yeah.
We know he hasn't got ace king. And this is like without an ace or queen coming, this
Yeah,
is the
Barry,
next
Barry,
possible card.
Calm down, because he has king, queen, king, jack, king 9, king 7 of like plenty of suits here. We
Aces
have Plenty
sometimes,
of kings here.
spade draws.
I understand.
you can Call with.
He might have more kings than us.
I don't know.
We block a spade draw actually, so.
We have like ace. Yeah.
That's another thing. We block queen, king of spades. And I think this, me personally, I ship it here.
I would always check because whatever hand he has here, we're ahead of already. Whatever,
But
like,
you range
we're
bet.
ahead of ace jack, ace 10, ace 9, all the ace size we're ahead of.
True.
And we're ahead of jack 10. We're ahead of 10-8. And then our hands he's never folding, like.
Do you think we've got much showdown value now, Louis?
Has a gut shot. What are you targeting, Barry? Pocket 4? Pocket 3, pocket deuce?
I'm targeting anything from 6s down.
6s has a direct gut shot.
Yeah,
Never
but I'm
fold.
targeting those hands, 50% of those hands, basically.
Yeah,
So-
but that's nothing, eh?
5
It
is a
doesn't
set.
have fours and threes and
You're
deuces
you're
almost.
looking at 4s, 3s and deuce.
I don't think we win at showdown here when he calls us on this flop in a 3-bet pot.
Hang on, Barry, hang
Big
on.
combos.
If we go back at our range construction, how often do we have pocket 3 here? 10% of the time.
Yeah,
You're targeting hands like. we
One combo in total.
everything, And then the hands you wanna go against, he probably doesn't have them. Like you don't.
I'm
really
still
open
gonna
deuces
rip
under the
it.
hand, right?
I could be wrong, but I'm still gonna rip it because there's a lot of busted draws on this king turn as well.
You block
So-
them,
I like a
you
small
block
bet.
them with the queen of spade. You block the bluffs here.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
already getting called by better hands. It's not a good spot to bluff, I think.
Alright,
So
so I
Louis,
made,
are-
I made such a big case for a check that it's gonna be a bet 100%.
So Louis, are you planning
Yeah.
on,
Small bet.
are you planning
It's
on
gonna be
giving
a
up on the
rip it.
river here?
I'm planning on winning at showdown on the river here.
Queens, the king's our card, and I think a lot of turns have bricked here. And the king is a great card. It's not a queen out there, it's a king. And I just
Yeah.
think we're blocking queen, king. We're blocking some of his kings, his continuing
Yeah.
range with his kings.
Yeah, but
Ace king, yeah,
If you have such a big range advance, you don't go all in. You bet small.
you can bet but not rip it. I wouldn't rip.
What, this stack to pot ratio? I don't
Oh,
know.
you can still bet small.
I'm gonna rip it, but I could be wrong. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rip it. I'm with rip it, the side rip it.
Really?
Just make a
So
make a call, Louis.
Check here.
I'm checking.
I would check.
Oh, no, of course.
Bet small. No,
That's
Never
100%.
ripping.
Oh.
It's never
No
ripping.
ripping.
Barry.
No
So-
ripping.
Betting small,
Still
but
1%.
the reason that we want to bet small is because we want to clean up equity on all of those hands that are going to
Yes.
bluff us, that are worse ace highs on the river. Because the
Oh,
problem
no,
when we
you have
check
8,
the
10, etc.
when we check the turn, we open ourselves up to just being bluffed wildly on the river.
We are capped then, Peter. If
Yeah,
we
so-
check here, we kept ourselves.
When the king comes, it's a good card for us, and so we want to bet. And for the reasons Louis said, we don't want to go all in, but we want to clean up the equity of all the trash that we have beat when we bet the turn with the king.
So it likes
We have
checking
a
ace
range bet on
queen,
the
makes
turn
sense.
or what?
but it turns the sevens into,
We have a range bet on the turn.
turns
or-
the ace seven into a bluff more.
Or A6.
But they're beating us, and it's an easy fold then for us.
But it doesn't like betting the ace queen at all, does it? It likes checking it down, right? Oh,
Nope,
I
it
bet.
wants to bet
Yes.
small with the ace queen when the king peels
Yeah, we
off,
have almost a range bet on the flop on the turn.
because
Can I
the
ask
king is
a-
the key card for us.
Can I ask a question about that hand?
We range bet.
Louis had said in that hand on the turn that he would never call with sixes because he had a straight draw. But surely if you go all in, he doesn't have the odds to call. He's only got 6 outs, 12%
You
equity.
can bluff catch, so you can still win with sixes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the bluff catcher as well, I guess.
All right, yeah, it might be ahead anyway.
It's
Yeah,
not,
because there's not many big cards out there, is there, I guess?
Yes,
Yeah,
extra
of
outs against.
Good question though,
yeah.
Andy. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess he makes a bit of a hero call there with sixes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he folds. Maybe.
Yeah, a tight
Maybe only
player's gonna
6 of
fold.
spades calls. I don't know.
A tight player will fold.
so we're
Yeah,
not.
but the
betting
tight
on-
player doesn't have sixes there. Maybe.
So we're not betting on the turn spade with our hand.
True, Joe's.
yeah.
He's got the
We're
nuts, doesn't
betting
he?
on a Broadway.
So be careful with your adjustments.
He's turned a set of kings, hasn't he?
Tight player has aces here. Eh? Come
Or a set of kings.
on. Slow playing aces or kings you need or ace king.
He thought you could have aces, so he called his kings. That's what happened there.
Yeah, but also ace king he has still in his range. Tight player.
Yeah.
You got what you wanted, Louis. We got the showdown.
Pocket jacks.
Yay. Oh my
No,
god.
Yeah, I guess we'd lose.
Oh my god, I butchered this one.
Rip it.
Rip it, man.
Oh my god.
All the aces are in goal.
Louis,
Oh,
you're playing like a net these days. What's going on?
Minus 50. You made
You used to
mistake.
be a maniac.
I know, Barry, but I learned better now.
You're over adjusting.
Check fold.
He over adjusted.
Now, I wanna see bet here.
I have to do it also. Over adjust and then come to the middle.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do we see bet there with a made marginal hand? Probably not, right?
Of course we did.
We have a range C bet. I mean,
Okay.
range bet.
Barry, don't forget this here.
Yeah, the king and the jack are both key cards for us. So when both of them show up, here we go.
Okay.
Whenever
Queen
it's
jack.
like a jack high board
Queen jack.
or higher, we're likely to just range bet. Like we check, it's a 8 high board, so that. we
If you
figured
default
that
to
out.
betting, then you're making less mistakes.
We have more checks when the board is 8 high, and now we know why, because of range construction, because we're really
Yeah.
short on 8s and less. So. Got a good grip of the strategy here.
We have the ace of spade, so.
Queen eye board. Oh my god.
Oh, that's a, is that gonna rip there, Louis? A little bit.
Oh, was it? Queen, jack, six.
No, I liked your small bet, didn't it? I thought,
Oh, it rips it plenty.
but it likes
Yeah.
your small bet more.
Yeah.
It really prefers that.
Range is going, well, we're checking 70% of the time. But it makes sense here. Second pair, wanna check a lot with our jacks. We have spades to
Because
bluff.
we got a made marginal pair, I guess.
The spade betting or what? Yeah, okay. Don't matter.
Yeah,
right?
when we
King
have
eye
the
board.
ace of spades, we block his auto continues.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
There was a queen on that flop, Louis, as well, which you said was already good for them.
Well, it's not that good, Barry. It's still pretty
No.
good for us. We bet it more than 80% of the time.
Okay,
It's just like, we need to understand kind of the dynamics. If we don't have it in range and we get a board that needs that queen to make like the top end of the straight, we're gonna struggle a lot.
we had a flop like this earlier.
Yeah.
I
we
think,
bet
I
it.
think obviously we've got the blockers and everything,
Got him.
Range bet. Hey,
and we got no spade.
he folded the same hand.
Got him.
Yeah, but this is the king high, and we bet 900% on this board. I mean,
We know he hasn't got ace king, we block queen king, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-oh, easy, small bet.
two pair. Big bet? No. small.
No, don't be greedy. Ah, does he have jack ten?
Yeah, jack ten.
Six, up
Oh.
there. How could he do us like that?
I would be
I think this
very
is a-
happy to get it in that way.
Range bet
It's gotta be a
small.
bet, it's gotta be a bet small, surely.
Yeah.
Let's go. Got it.
Default stance.
Range bet
Not a bad fold.
small.
Same sort of flop.
Easy, yeah.
Oh, not a range bet small. Two.
Um,
cards
uh,
under
This
the
one
No.
has equity, Louis. Maybe we bet this one still.
three
We can still
cards
win with king
under the-
high.
All his aces can fold, so
All cards
do we
below
bet?
9. We have to check.
we check a lot, but I think king nine.
But
is
does
a
our
perfect
king
hand to
high
bet.
win at showdown? Does our king high win at showdown? With the clubs, maybe we should check, right? But without the clubs, maybe we bet.
Connect to the 8. We have a
Yeah.
backdoor, and we don't have an ace in our hand.
Right,
I
so
reckon we
we're-
check.
we're
I reckon
in
we check
position-
with the clubs.
In
We
We've
have
got
to
position.
some
play our
back-
range
we-
here.
We've
as
got
a
some backdoor
better,
draws.
I
We've
think
got
we,
backdoor draws.
I think we want to find reasons to bet here, more than reasons to check. The
Okay.
strategy here on 8-eye board, we still bet most of the time. You know, it's not gonna
Okay.
go well, but I think the 9 here is really good. 2 over cards, backdoor flush, good enough for a small bet. Let's see.
Not a lot of
Backdoor straight as well.
Yeah, checking is
I'll
not
just check
wrong.
also.
Yeah,
What does it prefer? Or is it that sort of balanced?
balanced is 60-40.
mixed.
I mean,
Mixed.
This is
Well,
not a good turn card.
This isn't a great card for us, is it? I know you could say
There
range
isn't.
bet it, but
Oh,
a decent one. It's not bad. I
with
mean,
those cards
good.
that are on the flop already, maybe not.
His queen jack, etc., will fold on the
I think we're supposed to give
on
up
the
here.
flop. I think. So what does he queens does he still have then?
We haven't had one where we've had to give up yet. I think this is it.
wanna
we
check.
check or bet.
I probably check, but still mixing.
It's close, yeah.
What about now?
Oh, bet for value, easy value bet.
And small.
All
Ah,
in?
All
pot,
value bet.
All
half
in,
pot,
all
in.
in.
all in.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
bro.
bet small and reopen the action. It's either all in or fold.
That's right.
Okay.
The 50% bet is.
All
a
Well, because the
lot.
SPR, because the SPR's even.
We
yeah?
saw with the ace queen that we did.
Is that what we're
But
saying?
That wasn't on the river, was it?
We're
was
saying
on
because the SPR's even.
action.
No,
Yeah, then it's all in.
Still on SPR.
No, we're supposed to check.
Okay.
Are we
Quick
saying
question, what
because
was-
the SPR is
Sure down.
50-50?
Here is too low. SPR here is 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't have worse
So,
hands.
so are we saying that's why we go all in or fold? Is that why we come up with that?
Yeah,
Okay. All
What was
in.
Yeah,
the answer
so-
on the ace? What was the answer on the ace queen board? I had to run away.
No.
Not the ace queen board, on our
Mixes,
ace
didn't it?
queen, on our ace queen bluff
it's
think it
just a
mixed.
range bet here.
on the turn.
It didn't get spotted. He fold.
Yeah, go to the, it's the king eights. It was the, which board was it?
It didn't mind checking or betting, did it?
The
On the
9-7-5
turn-
board?
On the turn, we were heavy checking and turn hero.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was the,
It's balanced.
Mixing. Alright, a king eye board.
Yep. we're back
Rip
to it
it.
anyway.
Let's do it.
Backdoor.
Now we rip it, Louis, on that board, right?
No,
Yeah, there's,
it's board
I
like.
think we
that.
do.
No, Barry, look at this. Open ripping. From in position, Jack 10-8, number 1. So it's Jack 10 type of boards are gonna be open rips.
That
From,
was a king jack, that one.
yeah, there's no really, like king eye boards are monotones. Right? So
Oh,
it's
okay.
a bit dicey here, right? So,
so the reason why we don't open rip is because we also have the least amount of straights. And so on the king jack board, it's hard for us to have a queen. So that's the one we're not going to want to rip.
yeah, it's always gonna be Jack 10x or Queen Jack X or Queen 10x that we open rip. So like, yeah, not if there's a king. Here, we're gonna see bet small.
So a few minutes ago, we were, oh, let's do this one first.
Uh-oh. What did we say about Jack 10 type of boards?
We said we ripped.
Alright,
We don't want to rip this hand, do we?
4% of the time.
Yeah, we want to bet small.
But I think if we had ace queen here or ace king, we're ripping more. A
The
check,
notes said different, Louis.
ace jack and ace queen are ripping, not ace
Yep.
king.
Yeah, ace jack makes a lot of sense.
So what's the difference between Jack 10-4 and the board that we're ripping a lot on? Oh, the second card is higher here. Well, Jack 10-4 is right here.
So it's ripping.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
one
but
of,
not, but not the kings.
yeah, oh,
Not the case. yeah.
20% of our range rips as we see here, so it's still
Yeah.
a lot of rips.
Yep.
Okay, so we wanna rip with king, queen off, these type of hands, and when we do we get ace high to fold if we rip here? Yes, we do. So we use king eyes to get ace eyes to fold. 10-eye board, pretty good. We see bet small.
Yeah, this is the one where he's gonna have some raises with 10s and 9s.
Weird.
Oh yeah, 10-9, yeah, exactly. And Pete, I think you're just soul reading the solver at this point.
Is
But
there
he's
any,
he's also gonna have lots of bluffs constructed around this too, so. I think
You
we're
Yeah,
guys
okay.
flush
like what we
draws,
call?
straight draws.
I don't see any reason to jam right now because we're gonna get it all in on the next street easily.
I
And
see plenty of reasons to jam. If he has a hand like, I don't know, he decided somehow to raise a 10. In a high card comes, it's bad. If a flush card comes, it's bad.
Okay.
If an 8 comes, our hand is, 8, 9, 10. If a jack comes, 9, jack 10.
okay,
I guess we don't want to give him any chance
Rip it.
to, yeah. I can get behind calling or getting it in,
no, it's a rip.
Yeah.
No escaping.
10, yeah.
because I don't think we're folded.
No, for sure not, but it's not a great spot to call. Even though the
Yeah,
eves are close, right? But it's just a lot easier for our villain to stack off if he has a 10. Before like the flush card comes, before,
Oh, a
Right.
scare card comes. There's
Okay.
a lot of scare cards for him, I guess, to make the straight or flush.
exactly.
Or imagine if the ace of spades comes on the turn, on the turn there, right? It shuts his hand down.
Yeah. So here I
So
would
this
like,
looks like one of our rip candidates.
sure does, right? Jack 10-3. Can we find it? Jack 10-3. Oh,
And our hand.
alright.
Yep, ripperoni.
Ripperoni, 20%.
20%
like
rip,
it.
See, that's small.
70% C bet small.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it because we don't have a spade? What's
No, no.
what's
We just open rip.
That's because we
alone.
can.
We can.
we open rip?
And if villain wants to call off with a 10, well. We're gonna hit it.
So it's an open rip then, Louis, yeah?
Yeah, well, no, if you wanna bet small, that's the biggest part of the strategy.
Yep.
But I like to find these rips because they're very special.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be so hard for the opponent to defend against that.
Well,
Yeah,
we know he hasn't got ace king for a start, or he shouldn't have.
Yep.
And we
So-
got all the blockers.
Yeah.
So it makes it more of a rip, doesn't it?
Oh, I hate poker.
That's
No,
why
it's
we
fold.
like that's why we like the rip though, wasn't it?
I think we fold.
Fold.
Yeah, it's a fold.
I don't think we can call.
No.
what's
Don't
our,
spike.
Although we don't block spades.
we don't.
That's
block
why the
spade.
rip is better, right? That's
That's
why the
true.
rip is better.
What if the 10 is coming on the turn?
Then we'll
No,
never
the
see it
10 is
because
not
we
coming.
fold.
Man, then it's a call. If
What
that's
if-
coming, then we're calling.
We could get. the
100%
next
call.
pair.
Daniel Negreanu, what's going on?
I don't know. I think I called too much here.
Fold.
I wanna fold.
And fold to population in our real games.
What
Yeah,
if we got the ace of spades?
Alright, it was
Still a
a fold.
fold.
It was a fold and he was bluffing us.
No, he wasn't.
No,
He had us
he-
crushed.
He
Oh,
turned
there's
his three into a bluff.
Alright, yeah,
Yeah, even our ace wasn't good.
yeah, that's right.
And one of our queens wasn't good.
That's right.
I'm sorry, one of our, not queens, one of our tens.
This
wasn't
Yeah,
has to be a
That's
this has to be a
right.
small
Only
bet.
our queens.
Dominated, actually. I didn't
Right, yeah.
think we could be so dominated with this hand.
Right, yeah.
You
Uh,
can bet call here.
And we didn't even have 7 outs.
yep, bet.
When you
Like
talk
it.
about when you look back at that ace queen hand though, does that make it more of a jam? The fact that obviously, you know, we didn't realize our equity.
No,
It's
Never
not our
like-
board to jump.
It wasn't the right board to jam because we didn't have a spade.
there's no king jack type of board here, Barry.
Yeah, so on a
Right.
king jack board specifically, the card that's most important to make the straight is a queen, and that's the one that we have the least. So it's not a hand that we're going to be able to jam very often because we're not going to be able to tell the story that we have queen 10 open-ended jamming here very much, or king queen, right? We just don't, we lack the queen in that element of the board, which is why we want to see the straight that has the queen in board. So queen jack and queen 10 are better jams than king jack.
Right.
Yeah. Ace five board, pure range bet. That's 7 on the turn.
Oh,
I think we need to shut down
shutting down.
and lose.
So he's never calling with an under pair here, like all of his under pairs shrink.
Right, he's,
Pair three, get him off to fold something better than our hand. Maybe these ace size, no, top pair never folding. Could we get king queen to fold? Well, that's kind of the only hand we beat here. That we wanna like get to fold. That is better than ours. It's a check. Of course not.
no,
Excuse me.
And,
Of course not.
what?
He has a lot of aces, you're right, and less tens.
What reason did we bet the flop? Just because we thought we didn't have a lot of showdown and we had a gut shot and we were playing just a range bet.
Just the range bet.
Range bet,
Yeah.
ace high boards is just like the GTO strategy here.
Because if we've got an ace, if we actually have an ace, we're supposed to check, right?
No, we bet.
Oh, right. I thought we were saying that we're supposed to check a lot on on ace high boards
No,
if we got an ace.
no.
Oh,
No, we bet small in position on ace high boards because we have the nut advantage of having the bigger aces, and he has more aces, but there are smaller aces. So he has
Okay.
to. So when we have an ace and he has an ace, our ace is gonna be better than his almost all the time. And he's gonna have to defend his range by calling all his aces and paying off all our aces, which is why we small bet aces and kind of why I think we small bet this turn as well.
What with this hand?
Well, as a general
Our
range,
range.
right? Like we get to the turn, like we still have all our best aces here and he still has all his worst aces.
So we should probably see bet this turn with this hand small.
Yeah, this is a hand where we have no showdown, very little showdown value. So this is kind of the bottom of our range.
Yeah.
So we're turning the bottom of our range into the bluff here,
Yeah.
right? Like king
makes
nine
sense.
even more so.
Are we suited?
Okay.
What's-
And diamonds are never doing it, but the suit that totally brick seems to be doing it the most.
Yeah,
We
this is
don't block his folding range. That's yeah. Key.
yeah, this is literally at this point our second worst hand. So when you have
Also,
a
double
no
barrels
equity,
are so profitable.
Yeah.
They will call once and then see what you do on, and when you check the turn, they're like, okay, I'm gonna bet.
Yeah.
So keep it simple.
Ooh, what do you do here, Viv?
I'm
He's
just gonna
not in his spots.
fold.
He kept it simple.
I don't,
You're gonna fold. We don't block the diamond, we block the nut straight.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. The solver's probably calling.
Nah, it's folding.
I like calling.
I like folding in game.
I
Queen
like
king
some-
even gets there.
Yeah, because I noticed so much spots playing with the solver that you just fold.
Jesus, the folding is right, but he got us.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but we still have aces that check back here, and yeah. And then we also made a straight.
We have the
we
turn,
still
he
have
calls, and
straights
then,
that made it.
I guess you're right. Our range,
I've
That's
noticed
60.
so many spots where the solver is so linear between like when they bet huge, you're just not calling that much. You're not bluff catching that much. And it's just how much you have to call and don't have to call.
Yeah. That's normally the case in game as well, isn't it, Vivian?
True, true.
When they bet big, they normally have it more often than not.
Yep.
Or it's a big bluff, but it's a good bluff normally. They've
But
normally
if
got
you
all
know,
the
if they're
outs.
bluffing with the hand that they're supposed to bluff with, it's part of the game. And most people under bluff rather than over bluff. So
Yeah.
I agree with all that, but one thing, Barry, to remember, when you said that, you said most of the time they're betting, but you don't have to be right most of the time to be profitable. You have to be right half the time to be, a third of the time.
Yeah, you're right.
1/3 of the time to be profitable on a
You're right,
pot-sized
Scott.
bet.
But when
I
they
get-
bet big, normally it's either the hand or they've got huge outs, haven't they?
But
Yeah.
we were looking at the river there.
Yeah, yeah.
and the opposite is when they bet small or half pot, you have to just pay them in a lot of spots, just pay them.
Well, you don't have to be right so often there either, do you?
Yeah,
It's cheap.
so
Well,
that's
but-
why you just pay them, and you find they show down with a bunch of crap because
Well, you
people
get
are
good
misinformed.
information as well, exactly.
Yeah,
People
but
think
it
that
also
they
depends.
should be bluffing for a small size for less risk,
Yeah.
but then that's not usually true. Anyway,
Here we go. C bet 60.
see bet.
While this
I
is
mean-
loading, there was an ace queen hand where we bet the flop. And then on the turn, we had this big argument about, do we bet the turn or not? I missed what the answer was. I don't think it was
yeah, it's a fair ways back. I think it was a
The 9-7-5?
flop.
yeah, I don't, yeah, we didn't
King
even have
on
a
the
gut
turn?
shot.
A little further back, Louis.
We were supposed to bet small on the turn
With the ace queen. I
and
think it
river
was.
all in.
9-5-3.
That one. That was it. Oh, no, we have king.
No,
It's the
It's
one. where we
further
have
back.
ace-
One above,
Oh,
Louis.
it's this one. That's right. It was this one was the argument. We have lots of kings. So yeah, what was sorry
I
about. making
butchered
those go
this
back.
one. I butchered this one.
Right, that's what I wanted to see what the answer was.
You wanna see the butchering?
Yeah, I want to see the butcher. Right.
I believe we
butcher.
did at the turn.
Flop
Yeah,
was
we
a
see
bet
bet
small.
small on the turn.
Flop was a C bet. That's good. The turn
It's also a c-bet.
Was also a small bet.
was a small bet.
Huh?
We're up our
Okay.
equity.
Yeah, and I made a huge argument about we were beating everything, blah, 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 but then nope. You know, the
You just
more I,
raised
had- I
So
make.
you- so we
mistakes or
checked it?
something, the more we bet it.
Louis checked it and we, no.
The takeaway is that the king is a key card for us. And now it starts to get him to think about folding all of his small and middle pairs there,
Okay.
even the ones with some gut shot equity.
And also,
plus we got-
just
plus we
that
got
have
good
equity in
blockers.
it, and you
Yeah.
just straight draws that have equity call maybe, and then yeah, that's not bad if
Okay.
they.
And when we bet small, we still have enough chips to bet big on the river.
Also on 9-eye boards, we don't range bet, we check a bunch of stuff, so when we do bet, our range has equity. And the range that we bet is improved a lot by the king.
Call.
Yeah,
Oh.
no reason to raise or do anything here.
But there's a flush draw.
There is.
That's okay.
There's
Okay,
also a queen 10.
There's all, yeah, we're being
At least we
beat by a
block the
lot of
straight
hands.
draw.
oh, you could have queen, you could have 10-9 here. You
Good.
could Just have 10-9, so. just
Yep.
call.
You have
But
an
are you
over.
folding, but are you folding on this card? No.
We're cool.
Now we could have 10-8 and 10-9 and 9-8. It gets.
Right.
worse.
We're still calling, Louis.
But now we have a
got the
straight draw.
Yeah, we got breach. There we go.
Ah,
Yeah. Boo.
it like the raise.
Yeah, because we're trying to be in before this.
You have a good shot, and you have a open end
Upper
straight draw.
pair, top pair, SPR.
And we still had outs as well if he did call the all in, I guess.
7 has made a straight.
But now what?
I think we
now
fold.
I
You're
wanna
calling?
fold.
What are you doing?
I'm
I'll
folding
fold, yeah.
for sure. What do you guys mean?
Folding.
Wow.
Yeah, I
I'm
think we
folding
got
Top
to,
pair.
Look
there's
at
a
the
lot of-
SPR.
a lot of hands get there.
It's
terrible.
impossible for me
But,
to fold.
Okay.
Too many
Isn't
hands
that
we're
a bad
losing.
bet?
Actually, a lot of hands
Okay,
get
that's
there.
true. That's true.
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
It's the 4-liner, right? 8, 6,
And the spades came in.
7, 8, 9, the flush. got-
Name a hand that he takes this line on that we have beaten.
We only beat 10-5. That's it. And a stone cold bluff.
What's he doing? He doesn't have 10-5.
Exactly. So we only beat a bluff.
He
Stone
could,
cold.
wait. He could have ace king with the king of well, the way it was played, right?
You cannot have ace king.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
almost
right,
the
right.
only hand,
Never-
ace king or something like that.
There's like pocket 7 here.
Socket sevens beats us.
It's a straight,
that's a straight.
Louis, pocket sevens.
That's
Alright,
straight.
alright. No, I
It
knew.
was the one. It was the one. And he
Well,
didn't
I
even
was
have a
close.
spade.
I was close. It was ace queen.
Oh.
I'm the worst player in the world.
I knew it.
No,
I
that's
said ace king.
me.
It was
Don't
ace
worry
queen.
about it. I've
Oh.
got that title.
I get it next time.
Yeah,
This does not happen in game.
Oh my goodness.
it felt like a bluff because like he would have bet like half pot as a value.
Well, you know
Shake.
what? Like folding is usually not losing EV, but here it's losing a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I hate myself.
I hate you too, Scott.
I know. And then, and I do.
It's
Yeah,
a
like-
horrible
Be
call.
nice.
It's all
It's a
the work is
horrible
killing
call
me.
on the river
Yeah,
there.
that
when
was
you
like
know
his
that
only-
Basically, we only lose to a stone cold bluff.
Yeah, that was his
Yeah.
only bluff. Pretty
We only
much,
beat a
ace
stone
queen and
cold
spade.
bluff. That's the problem.
This is.
Oh,
gross.
let's bet.
Ooh,
No, check.
He has any two? He doesn't have any twos.
No,
we
but he has
can bet
all
that
the
big.
over pairs that we're never gonna
Oh.
get to fold.
You're right.
But we also have the over. We also have the over.
Can we
pairs.
get
Strong
a
roll.
He has
Very
more,
hard to
a
fold.
larger percentage of his range is pairs than ours.
What is he doing with ace 9 of clubs? If we bet.
Folding.
Oh, of clubs. He
So
calls
he
probably.
could
Raising.
maybe fold.
You
a
gotta
bit
fold.
here.
Louis, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Go back to that bar graph you just had up,
yeah.
the yellow. Yeah, I don't know how to read this. I'm sorry to be the village idiot.
No, you're not, don't worry about it. This is the graphical representation of our aggregated report.
Okay,
Basically, we have 500 cents. And
Okay.
we put all the results in the Excel sheet.
Got it.
And my friend Joss, who's half man, half a genius, turns them into graphs like this here. And
Okay,
then we can simplify like looking at the 500 flops in just one picture. And now,
Right, so
like,
in-
for
ahead.
example, this bar represents all the ace-high flops. There's 100 of them.
okay,
If we see on average, on these 100 on average, we bet around 80% of the time. So we bet
Ah.
small on ace-high board, about 80% of the time.
I
And then
got
on
it.
king eye board, we have a sample of 88 in our 500. On
Okay,
88
and it goes
time,
on down. I see. I got it.
and then the green is the check. So on
Yeah,
this.
well, I got the, yeah, I see the little key over to the right. I just wasn't sure what this, I had never been explained this before, seen it before, Louis. Thank you.
What about the top brown? Is that
Yeah,
raise
what's
or shove?
that? That's bet 180.
Bigger bets.
This is
bigger bet.
all in.
Over bets.
Yeah,
All in, yeah.
It's on the right, the legenda.
Great job on those charts, Joss. And for everyone who thinks that they are, a really poor player, every player who is in this study stream right now is getting better than every player who is just standing at home reading Facebook or watching TV.
God, I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so too.
Good job on all of you.
No,
One
of
the-
course.
and one of the things that bar graph shows you is that if you took over bets out of your strategy entirely, you wouldn't be very wrong,
Exactly.
In the bar graph where it says.
but it's not
bet
as
six-
interesting.
In the bar graph, in his bar graph where it says bet 60, is that 60% pot?
No, it's
No.
30%. Usually my percentage are gonna fit exactly. But this one is 30%, this one is 60%, this one is 90%, and this one is all in.
Oh, that's a bit
But
confusing.
in
Yeah,
all
it's
of
an
my
old-
graphs,
old thing.
yeah, it's just a characteristic of this sim, but usually in almost all of my graphs, it's actually like the exact percentage of the bet.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just this one that is different.
They're almost all of the sims assume that we each put in 100 chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I
When we
don't
get to
mind
the
bet
flop.
folding here.
I
No,
think
me
bet,
neither.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
bet
I
120.
would check.
In a
Bet,
free
bet,
bet
bet.
pot, it's not a big issue.
I
Okay,
think we
so
have,
as the three better, like if we look at the overall strategy, 120 is never used. We just bet small or go all in.
Yeah, and he's not got no twos or threes here.
So if
More
often
anything,
than
it's
not. I know
gonna be bet
But he has a
small.
lot of pairs.
That's right.
Alright,
fold.
This is exactly what happened to me yesterday.
yeah, I struggle.
you
with this
fold.
spot, You know,
an easy
what do we
fold.
do with ace king here? Because this one is easy, we fold, but what do we do with ace king?
What do you do with pairs?
Fair,
Fold.
I'm snapping it off. It's not a problem.
If
Pocket
ace king,
fives?
you check.
My problem is like ace king, ace queen, and ace jack here.
So what do you do, Louis?
Here I'm easily folding, but with ace king, I'm
That's what I was
snapping it
asking
off.
with ace king. What do you do?
I'm snapping it off.
But you wanna have a spade in your hand, right?
But honestly, this is no, you don't wanna have a spade in your hand on this flop, because when you have a spade,
Well,
makes
he
it less
bluffs.
likely he's bluffing.
Right. Okay, so I meant the opposite, okay.
So,
Yeah, that's one thing I gotta remember.
alright,
That's the confusing part.
I've got a
call with all our
zillion things
pairs.
I've got to remember.
What do you do with pocket sevens, eights, Louis there?
Call, we call all of them, but we don't have pocket
Yeah.
sevens.
so alright, so calling with the ace king on this spot, the solver is calling, but on a 600 chip spot, we're
But he's
making
checking,
4 chips, 5
Exactly.
chips when we call here.
What is the lowest pair that we have?
Eights?
Eights. Okay.
And we were wrong about the spade.
Yeah, it's calling less with this, more with the
No.
speed, right?
It
Because
needs
it's,
the spade to
In the
call.
back
We
door.
were wrong.
yeah, because the problem is on the flop, spades are value. On the turn, spades are bluffs. Right? So.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
lacking
a lot of
value here
turn.
with our spade.
Turn
Because
is a
it's
good
not
spot
gonna
to bluff.
fold like, it's not gonna fold spades or like, what, yeah, like, for me here, if he has a spade flush draw, like king, queen of spade, it's value. Alright, so we block it some of his value hands here. So it's tricky with the suits, honestly. I like it.
So he's jamming ace queen. Why is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, ace
Got the ace of clubs.
2 overcards, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
Yeah, let's see. Does he jam without the ace of spades?
No, only does it with the ace of spade because he bluffs like he does it because he blocks the calls. When he has the ace of spade.
Yeah.
We don't have ace king of spade. We don't have ace nine of spade. We don't have any of this pure call spades.
Right.
In game, that really happens, so that someone's jamming ace queen.
It does against good players.
At some stakes, I'm sure it happens. At my
Against good
stakes as
players,
well,
for
people
sure.
are just clicking buttons, so. It happens.
Is this a shove?
Jack eight deuce, no.
No.
Jack eight, no, it's always Jack 10. Or
Oh,
10.
On
Okay.
the, somebody, Joe asked on the last board, does anything fold to our small bet on the ace?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
all the
like
king
king-
X.
king nine of clubs.
Ace
All the
nine
shit
of
we're beating.
hearts, Ace seven of hearts.
Yeah, we're just cleaning up some equity.
Yeah, plenty of folds.
All the suited broadways other than spades.
So only things that we're beating, but
No,
at
no,
least we
ace
deny
nine
them
off,
equity.
ace nine was also falling. We had ace eight.
With our little cheat sheet here, we know that jack our board are just gonna bet pure. 98%. The seven.
I like the
Pick up-
7.
We pick up equity, but
Yep.
The board doesn't look as good now.
alright, so last.
he
time
doesn't have
we
sevens.
were on a similar spot, we were double barreling. If we double barrel here, I think he's gonna fold like ace nine of clubs that break his backdoor flush. He's gonna fold maybe.
Not ace 9.
No, not ace nine, maybe not ace
Of
nine,
clubs, maybe.
but ace five of clubs might fold.
Yep. Yep.
So let's bet small. No,
No, yes. That's a thing.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it's,
1/3,
alright,
2/3,
I'd like to
thing.
check.
60% check.
now you
Maybe because we had the
Oh,
gut shot and an overcard.
call the turn, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, give up, I think.
There's a lot of hands at brick, and king always got no showdown value.
Oh,
Look at
oh,
it.
bet
This is where I
small.
bleed chips.
You did fire 2 streets, so maybe this is one of your bluffs.
He's gonna beat us with ace queen if we check, he's gonna beat us with king queen if we check, he's folding both if we bet. But my problem here on the 7 is 10-9 make the straight, his 9-8 is pretty strong because like, he blocks the straight. And he has so much here, 9s are never gonna fold, 10s are never gonna fold. Full house, so he has a great connectivity here.
He
Then
does.
if not, he just straight up as a jack. So we're really targeting ace queen and king queen and he doesn't have them full frequency.
No. It's
I
an
am
all-in
definitely,
fold.
I'm definitely checking here because the mistake I've been making in game is to want this to work.
Yeah.
Is when,
Yeah.
to continue my bluffs when they've shown some strength. And I just.
Yeah,
go,
but
"I want
then
you
You've
to
got no
fold."
showdown value,
And
so you
after
just push
call,
it to the
call,
limit.
just-
If we bet here, then we're just targeting a too small a part of his range.
Yeah,
It liked the rip it too.
mixing, but
Yep.
it's losing money, knows that it's not like.
How do we pick up equity on that turn card?
With the gut
Doesn't
shot to
like,
the straight
jamming.
and one overcard, basically. That's all we've got.
Yeah.
Let's see how the range plays.
If you look at EVs, it's just close. I mean, you don't know what happens if you solve it further.
It's saying the all-ins negative EV though, right?
Yeah.
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 sure.
So if you solve it further, it could be going further down.
So like you said,
Thanks.
whoever it was that said that this is the point in the game where I try to force the issue, I'm doing the same.
Yeah.
Thinking I've got no showdown value, so it's going in,
Yeah.
which
People,
is a bad play.
most players call too much.
Yeah.
People like to call, they like to play kind of passive and then they don't fold.
No.
Yep.
Well, like when we rip here with the king ten suited, I don't think, like, the solver is not folding and I don't think anyone is gonna fold an eight to you here, or a jack, or
Not a jack.
like his pocket, like tens is never folding to you here. Like, I'm not sure if they find calls with threes though, or fives.
Oh. The
Probably
solver's
not.
folding the tens fairly often.
Yeah,
Let's see, and what is his suit preference here? Just because it's always interesting. He wants to,
Why is it folding the
I
tens?
would think he would want to
Do
have
with-
I would think he would want no diamonds because he would want us to be diamond bluffing on the turn. But it's the opposite.
Hmm.
Anybody want to try to explain that?
See you guys.
thanks a
Play
lot.
us.
Go.
Yeah,
I'm,
it's the ten of diamonds.
Right, that's weird. So our old theory is that the 10 of diamond, that if we're making a decision between calling and folding tens, we want to call tens that don't have a diamond and fold tens with a diamond more often.
That's if he bets the turn. We're looking at the node where he bets the turn and he does not bet the turn.
Oh,
with-
I'm sorry. I thought we were looking on the river. No, I'm looking at his river calls. When we jam,
Yeah,
look at his tens.
yeah,
Our theory is that he should call less often with a 10 of diamonds. And it's the opposite. He calls more often with a 10 of diamonds than he does without.
yeah, but here, like, it really has to do with the betting range on the turn. We don't bet much ten of diamonds on this turn. So we did bet, so once we bet the turn, the ten of diamonds, like, doesn't wanna have it because.
Because we didn't bluff our diamonds.
Exactly.
Why didn't we bluff our
Well,
diamonds?
But
Why
we
does it
bluff
like
some of them.
folding
Well,
nines
we
more?
Don't bluff much diamonds at all here. This is top pair, this is top pair. We don't bluff diamonds here.
Okay.
Why do
I
we
did.
like to call off nines more than tens as well? Is it something to do with the 10 jack suited or something? Is it because of the blocking the tens, the free bet? Why is
Honestly,
it folding tens more?
because he bluffs more with the ten. And he bluffs a little bit less when he has a nine. So with tens, we're blocking like the bottom of his bluffs here. So if you see here on the turn, look at the ten. The ten are bad, right? Look at equity for imposition. The tens are really, really low equity. So these are bluffing, right? So when he has a ten in his hand, he blocks the bottom of the bluffs.
It looks like, but from that picture, if you add up the frequencies, it looks like he bluffs a 10 the same amount as he bluffs a 9, maybe a little bit less. He has king 10 more than king 9, but you add his ace 10 and his ace 9 and king 9 together to his king compared to his king 10, it looks about the same.
Sure. But there's jack ten here as well.
Oh, there's jack 10. Yeah,
So
okay.
there's a lot more tens.
A lot more
That's
10s.
why the nine is a little bit, you know.
Yep.
With the nine, he blocks less combos.
Yep, you're right.
Moving on. 10-eye board. I wanna bet small here.
Sure.
yep.
Got him?
Can we check what is his calling range on this board?
On this board, why you wanna know?
I thought that this check suited would be a call.
He's gonna investigate the turn with all the over pairs to the 5.
You can call with gloves, diamonds, spades.
Just not hearts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
okay.
doesn't have the offsuit one. So that's just why.
Okay.
Ace high monotone. I have the card of the suit. This is a bet small.
What if he jams?
We're
Easy
solid.
call.
Call.
Easy call.
Yeah,
Yep.
Easy call.
king eye pair board. The 8 is a bit worrying. We don't have any eights here. And
Can I
he
just
has
say,
a-
can I just say one thing about that last hand, right? We had the nut flush draw. But I thought when we had a low SPR, we're supposed to check more with our nut draws because we don't want to bet and they just shove and have to call it off with a draw on a low SPR. Like if we were obviously deeper, we can call a check raise or whatever.
Honestly, here it's just range betting small.
Right. But if he jams, Louis, we don't like it, right?
Well, I don't know.
We don't really like it with a king high flush draw, right? And that's it.
But we do
Yeah.
call.
I like it.
But he's also going to be jamming into sets of aces and queens here a lot too, right? Like we have a lot more nut hands than he does
True.
as a percentage of our range.
But we still just call it off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We call off here with pocket 8 with the 8 of spades, so.
Right. That's a surprise. I thought we'd have to at least have the 10 because we block a lot of the big Broadway combinations.
Well, if you look at profitability, the 10 is a lot more profitable than the 8, right?
Yeah.
8 chips on 600. Now we're looking at a third of the pot almost. So if
Well,
you
we're
want-
blocking king 10 and jack 10 and those hands. There's only king jack suited that we don't really block in it.
yeah. So stick with the 10. That's a great guideline.
And,
board.
the one thing you are right about, Barry, is we were checking that board we were checking that particular hand 1/3 of the time. And that's more than we check usually.
Right. So we could throw a few checks in there then,
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, you're not wrong to check that hand. And
Okay. Because it's pretty bad if we get shoved all in there, isn't it? I think.
eh,
Because everyone's shoving their flush draws, their made flush draws. They shouldn't have that many, but obviously they could have some.
With the ace on board and us having the king, it really reduces the combos of his made flush and the
Sure.
queen of spades being on board as well. So his made flushes are down to like 9, 8, and like he has very few flush combos there. So when
Yeah.
he shoves, it's not so worrisome.
No, I'll see your point. I'll see your point. At that stack to pot ratio, he shouldn't be having too many suited connectors.
And when he has 9, 8, we're just gonna pay it off.
Right.
and remember, the thing is, you're right, Barry, that you don't like it when he shoves, but you're okay with it. But if you check
Yeah.
back and he shoves the turn, you hate that with one card to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see your point.
And you are
because
giving
he
him
might
a-
not have nothing then. And yeah, he's blown
you
you
check
off.
back,
with your
it's a
equity.
scary board. And he shoves
Yeah.
on you, you hate that.
That makes sense.
And
This is similar to the board earlier, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Let's bet.
This reminds me of the hand earlier.
What is going on here? 10-eye board. What's wrong with our 10-eye boards?
Why don't you like that?
I don't
No,
know.
it was okay. This wasn't,
It was
the 98%, our hand 98% checks.
No, our
Okay.
hand checks 70.
Checking more
Right,
often
right,
though.
yeah.
But why doesn't it like just a small bet?
Because it's our worst 10.
It's
Yeah,
bottom of our range, basically. That's what we're
Yeah.
free betting.
we're
Right.
we're gonna be checking 30% of the time, so we kinda need to have some top pairs here, so it's our worst tens.
Yeah. Our worst 10, without a doubt, if we're free betting.
Yeah. Range bet small. Okay, so the first part is kind of easy, right? But this is why I want to play this spot. What are we doing now?
Checking.
Yeah.
We are the definition of marginal made now.
We
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
Not double barrel here.
No way.
Okay,
And calling.
I think I'm calling, yeah.
what does it? do?
Yeah.
What does he do this with? The king?
Anything that he thinks he's got a better hand than us with.
If
But I don't think we can fold
some
because we're
bluffs.
beating We're beating 50%
bluff
of his
is
hands
here?
here.
What bluff do you see here that we don't block directly? Ace queen, we block it. Queen ten, we block it. 9-8. That's it. There's really just 9-8.
He also has a lot of hands like tens, nines, eights. He could have a lot of that.
We're not
He
gonna
could
bet
have a lot
though.
of hands that we beat
Why are they betting?
because the population do tend to do this.
No, it's a pattern we see often. Check, bet, call on the flop. The turn goes check, check. Then out
Yeah.
of position gets to bet small with. Here, like, he's gonna bet small with his jacks, I think.
Yeah. I think he bets small with his
Doesn't
tens
happen.
and that to set a price like we would sometimes.
His worst kings are betting small. His flushes are betting small, and then he has like one bluff that we don't block. So
Mhm.
in game, I'm calling way too much here. I guess I'm gonna try to find more folds. I'm wondering if the solver wants to call anyway. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think you're right, Louis. I think against a good GTO opponent, it's a fold. But against the population, I could find some calls here because I know that they're playing worse than what you're showing up with here on the range.
Would you rather call
with Barry?
here with queen, jack, no spade, or with pocket eight with a spade in your hand?
Again, it's a small bet against the population. They turn up here with all kinds of other pairs and they just set a price. But against a GTO opponent, I'll probably fold.
Alright, let's see. I wanna call on the
I
station.
wanna call too.
Alright, we call it and we just paid poorly. on
And it's a
it.
call. We pay for it.
But
Yeah.
it is a call.
Yeah, because I think that a lot of, well, I'm just talking about the games I play and they show up there with all the other pairs as well.
Yeah, pocket
But
deuce,
they-
right?
All of it, whereas they just don't want you to blast the river.
Yeah,
If you check behind, then it's an opportunity for them to bluff a lot of spots.
yeah.
my
As
games.
well. As well, exactly.
Alright, so I guess when we check turn, we can't really fold this river. That makes sense. Oh.
Huh?
Bet small.
I don't know about this one. It might say check. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's some
Bet small.
checking. There's
No,
some
no.
checking because we have
Maybe-
everything that there is to have.
Maybe if we had pocket aces here. Maybe pocket aces checks.
Yeah, but that doesn't block the.
Oh, not even. We're just
Oh.
betting.
We're betting everything.
Yeah, just like here, we're gonna bet everything. Oh no, it's not a 10, not second pair. Oh no, he raised. What are we gonna do?
It's betting quite a lot with second pair there, Louis. It's about 50-50.
Yeah, but still plenty of checking.
Because the ace, I guess, is good for us, right?
Yeah,
We can't call. We can't call.
we're probably
No, I don't-
betting with range here. Yeah, we bet a lot, but
Yeah.
second pair here is the type of hand I wanna check the most. I'm pretty sure if we had like kings, then I miss kings. What was it? Yeah,
I
king.
think if we had kings, we check, right?
Yeah, the direct under pair to the top card is often checking.
Queens is not.
Queens is not, but jack
Yep, 'cause
is.
it doesn't- yep. And jacks is. Interesting. Okay.
So now,
It's an easy fold, isn't it? We can't
No,
continue.
I don't think it's easy, but it's fold, I think, yeah.
yeah, it's not an easy fold, but it's a fold.
You can do that with flush draws also. That's going through
Yeah.
my mind. If I
Yes.
get in those spots.
But we can't call there unless we've got at least an ace, right?
Uh,
Or one club, I
maybe with a
think.
spade.
Oh,
We have
spade, yes.
no calling range here. We don't call anything. We just stuff it. We stuff it or we fold.
Or tens and we call with our two sets and nothing else.
Yeah,
Click on the calling range and to see if there's a sliver of anything else.
you're in micro sir.
I know.
Yeah.
King-
not
Okay, so
worth
the king
even
jack of
thinking
spade,
about.
that's where it is. I was just looking
would-
because it couldn't be possible that we call only with
So
the nuts.
We're only calling with the sets and that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah,
The sets and the king jack suited of spades.
alright, see bet small.
That's small.
You bet small and get jammed on there. I assume we're snapping it off, right?
Yep. 100%. We
Yeah,
don't even need the king, queen of spades to do it. We just are happy that we have it.
it's not great though. Because of the two pair combination. Well, no, maybe not so much ace king, but then it's the ace jack and the straight really, isn't it? I guess you're never folded.
Nope. You just lose when you lose.
Yeah. We can't
So
put
this-
one ace king there, so
So we can see bet this small, but I'm expecting that this one is it is one of our hands that's gonna have a fair amount of checking, but not more than 50% checking.
especially with the
Gonna
straight.
have at least
draw we've got.
30% checking, I think,
That's
based
right.
on,
Especially,
Are you gonna
especially with
check
the
it?
straight.
We just
Nope.
read that.
No,
yeah,
wow,
I wasn't saying to check it. I
no.
said
I
said
was
we-
thinking the
bet
same
it.
thing.
I just was
thinking that
going
we
with
checked
Louis.
this.
I was just going with your theory, Louis, of direct under paired, the direct under.
Usually, it's.
Yeah.
Usually.
So if we lose, it's all Scott's fault is what I just heard.
So what's the theory with the direct? Are we-
I blame Louis.
I blame Scott every time. Every time
Alright.
I'm on the street playing a pot, I lose.
You fucking Scott.
Fucking Scott did us again.
Alright, check.
No,
I didn't say,
again,
no,
Scott!
I wasn't saying check again.
So
You're hearing me wrong. Call now.
Oh my.
Yeah,
God.
you got a call now.
Now call. Don't
I
fold.
don't think you can. I don't think you can fold now after all that. I've been
Don't
checked down to the
fold.
river.
You're all that.
Yes, we're gonna call
He's
now.
betting the pot.
We're blocking the
That's full
straight.
house. He's
We're
all
blocking the
full house.
straight.
It's like he's not like,
But
not doing it with a side.
We
Okay,
already
then.
made one mistake of checking it down to the river. Surely now we're not folding.
I wasn't saying check the turn. I was saying the action.
Oh, no.
I think it's.
This one I'm feeling good about.
Louis,
I clearly said don't fold.
glad I haven't got a stake in you in there,
Scott, this is your fault.
Louis.
so
I'm glad I haven't got a
because-
stake on you in this.
so because we checked the flop and the turn, we've kept him as wide as possible. So he still has pocket threes and pocket fours and pocket fives. So we
Yeah.
do have to call that river
Yeah, 'cause
Sure.
they have to bluff. We're
because he has to
surprised that
bluff.
he bluffed an ace. We're surprised he bluffed an ace, but he has to bluff those under pairs.
I think he was
Yeah.
value betting his ace at this point.
Maybe.
Like out of position equity? No, he's bluffing. Okay.
And does he, is it, this is our, this is his range. Oh, he doesn't bluff his under pairs.
No,
Yeah, oh yeah, he bluffs his under pairs on the river.
a hair,
Barely.
a hair.
Yeah, I think it just turns, yeah,
Yeah.
but barely like you say.
Slivers.
But, but the
yeah, that-
population will. The population will. That's what we have to call.
I'm shocked that he doesn't.
But
I guess-
what is shocking to me is that in my mind, if he has an ace high on a double pair board, he's almost winning every time when it goes check, 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 check. So I'm surprised he turns them into a bluff. I'm really
jack.
surprised that he does.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
So he bets 120. What does he accomplish? Oh, he gets folds from pocket tens. From ace queen. So he gets you get the same hand to fold. Oh, he gets jacks to fold.
He doesn't get many. He doesn't get many hands to fold though.
Oh, he
It's real
does. He does. He does. He
Queen
gets
jack doesn't
pocket
fold, but-
ace, pocket ten, he gets jack, a pair of jack to fold. He get a better ace high to fold. So he gets,
But-
he get like, he gets
So
chops.
how many hands were supposed to call, Louis? How many hands were actually supposed to call the river bet there though? More than what he's bluffing, right?
Well, this is our calling range. I mean,
Right.
we call off with our best jacks with an ace blocker. That we call off with all of our kings.
Mhm.
And
We
sometimes-
raise all our kings.
No, yeah, we raise the kings. That's right.
Doesn't seem like he's got many bluffs.
No,
Wow.
Louis,
I think it's either give up or small bet then give up, isn't it? Because you've got no showdown value.
yeah, what's up, Andrea?
I got a question. Go back to that chart.
Yes.
Just go back one chart. Yeah, you see where the king 10 and the king 9 suited are?
Yeah,
You told me when there was only a little sliver of raise, what did you tell me to do?
well, this one is pure raising, okay, but the problem here is. What I told you to do, to be more precise, is a hand like Jack 10 here is mixing calls and folds.
Okay.
But whenever you see something that is mixing with fold,
Oh, okay, and this one is mixing fold and raising.
No, Diz, you're reading
The
it.
king 10.
No, Diz, you're reading it wrong. Look at the bars, not the horizontally, not how big the bar is, but side to side, the vertical one. So look
Okay.
at 10-10. 10-10 is half folding, half calling.
Right.
The fact that the bar is low just means you don't have this hand here very often because you played it differently.
Got
exactly.
it.
So the
Okay,
height
now go
is how
back.
often you have the hand. And so
Okay,
there
so
isn't a
king
sliver
10
here.
suited, we're not gonna have very often, but when we do have it, we should raise it.
Yes, because it's the nuts.
Got it.
It's the nuts.
Sorry, I'm
Nuts.
sorry to be such an idiot, guys.
No
I know I'm
problem.
the slowest one in this group. I know that.
No, far
Bear
from.
with me. I'm trying to
Oh,
learn.
Lewis is like far from it. It's Viv.
But your name's not Dick.
Oh,
Your
get
name's not
the
Diz
fuck
for
out of here,
nothing.
Viv. You win all the time. Shut up.
But you got the name for it, Diz.
So Andrea, stop thinking you're an idiot. You are far from being an idiot.
Thank you, sir.
Diz is short.
For
Diz is
example,
short
in
for- Diz is
my
short-
Zoom
Diz is
layout, you're
short
one
for
away
busy,
from being
isn't
an
it?
idiot.
Louis?
Okay,
That's-
so
that's
that's
small.
small. Is it a thing? No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yes.
It is the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're not going to win at showdown. We have to bet. I think
Yeah,
it's a give up now, right?
It's weirdly one of our worst hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We have to give up now, Louis. Don't be a maniac.
I don't know. I
Be a
think-
I'll be a maniac.
Solver
Matt
doesn't like
Affleck
giving
called
up,
him a
but I do.
maniac in the webinar the other night.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I think I have to bet small here. I'm sorry.
yeah, we're still with our we're still
Can
here
agree
with
with that.
one of our worst hands.
Yeah,
I see where you're coming from.
if he has ace-6 of diamonds here, he's gonna fold. If he has like a king-7 of diamonds here, he's gonna fold. We get better
And
hands.
you're hoping he's going to fold 9s and below as well. That's what you're praying.
No, we're not
Exactly.
getting nines
He's
to
Get
not
fold.
on your
folding-
knees
he's
and
not
start
folding
praying.
a pair, but
Exactly.
he's gonna fold all his high cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything that he's gonna fold all his floats.
I find plenty of hands that are gonna struggle to call two bets.
All right, let's do it.
Ooh, ooh.
It's a
God.
thing.
Okay.
Not big match,
Jack.
not big match.
And now give up.
I
And
don't know.
now you have to
One
go.
bet.
I think you have to go for it. I don't know.
This is bottom of range.
You got
Yeah,
it.
so
Just
sure.
Janet, you block some suited queens.
This is the
Not
exact
flush.
one.
He called two
that-
bets on the flop
Right.
and on the turn. He called it. He
Is
called
this-
it a bet.
Is this a Sven approved punt?
Yeah,
This
sure.
is a solver approved punt because
Okay,
think-
Oh,
because
yeah.
the bottom of range, but I hate it.
Oh, I
Totally.
do too. I hate
And it
that.
worked. Look at it.
You're a genius.
I don't like it, but I see the reasoning.
It prints.
Yeah, it does. And I've been, and it prints money for my opponents lately. I'm not saying it's not right. I'm just saying that